from today. So we did hit a high of 50 in Cleveland officially. We did have those drizzly showers around for much of the first half of the day that tapered off later in the evening, especially east. So now we have a low to the north. We're going to see the cold front sweep through. Notice how things are colder near Chicago, Cedar Rapids, Green Bay. Here at home, we're still in the upper 40s. And also notice we have that westerly wind, so winds coming from the west. That indicates that that colder air, which you see over there, is going to work its way towards us starting tonight into tomorrow. So compare tonight to yesterday, it's pretty close to where we were last night, so not a big fall in temperatures quite yet. Two systems at play here that are going to impact our forecast. Off the East Coast in the Carolinas right now, you've got this nor'easter that will come up the East Coast, of course. And then we've got another low kind of hovering around Ontario with rain on the east side, snow on the back side of that. What happens for us is these two systems almost interact, and we are going to see wraparound moisture really kick in with that cold air and come off the lakefront. And we're going to see rain transitioning to snow starting tomorrow. Yesterday was a little iffy on time. I didn't want to say quite yet, but it does look to be kind of earlier in the day, meaning if you have a later commute, you could be impacted tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and walk through it. This is a broad picture for you. This is through tomorrow evening. Notice that transition of rain to wintry mix to snow happens rather quickly. Overnight, northwesterly wind means a few lake effect snow bands set up, but it all wraps up by Tuesday evening. Then we'll stick back to mild weather. We will warm up a bit back into the 40s, and we stay dry and quiet until Friday night into Saturday. And this model actually is even trying to keep the moisture south of us. I did leave an isolated chance for a shower in there, but it will likely be all rain. That will be Friday night into Saturday. Dry then Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, watching for rain showers to approach. So let's go ahead, bring it closer to home here for you, and show you how your neighborhood is going to be impacted on Monday, and whether or not you need to heat the cars up a little early and prepare to maybe brush off some snow as you're heading to or from work. So here's a look at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. We will start to see those spotty showers, mostly rain or wet snow that melts as it hits the ground around that 6 to 7 o'clock hour, because temperatures at this point are going to be just shy of 40 degrees. By 8, 9 o'clock, maybe even 10, we'll begin to see those numbers fall into the mid-30s. So still, while you see snow on here, I expect a lot of that hit the ground, melt off. You might see just kind of some accumulation of wetness on the ground, or maybe some snow flurries sticking to higher elevation, grassy surfaces, or your cars. But that likely isn't going to be until about the lunch hour. So as for your morning commute, I'm going to say that most of you will see either some light rain showers or some wet snow flurries falling and melting, because keep in mind, these last couple of days have been in the 50s, so the ground's still fairly warm. As we go throughout the day, temperatures continue to fall. By the time you're heading home from work, we're talking freezing, maybe a couple degrees above or below, but we also tap into that northwesterly wind. That's where the lake effect bands start to set up. So that is going to be more of an east Cleveland and east impact there, and that will linger into the overnight hours as temperatures continue to fall into the mid and upper 20s. And as I mentioned, it wraps up Tuesday afternoon, but temperatures stay cold, so the snow will be sticking around anything that accumulates for the afternoon. But we will get some sunshine in there for the second half of the day. So probably the biggest question is going to be, how much snow am I getting in my neighborhood? This is through Tuesday afternoon. So this takes into account Monday, the transition of rain to snow there, and then the lake effect bands Monday night into Tuesday morning. So you're going to be kind of south of the I-90 corridor, Geauga County, South Cleveland. That's where you're going to see your highest snow totals. Could be 3 to 6 inches in the most elevated areas that get those bands set up right over top of them. But you head towards Vermilion, Sandusky area, Bellevue, you're talking an inch or less. Same for the Canton and Akron area. Maybe not so Akron, but Canton and then the Youngstown area. Up here near Cleveland, just because it is going to be so gusty, I expect that those bands may not impact the lake shore quite as much as those of you south of that I-90 corridor. That's why that kind of differentiates those two things. So for tonight, Sunday night, it's going to be pretty quiet. You might see an isolated shower, but that likely won't show up until tomorrow morning. So drier, cloudy. Winds are on the lighter side of things too. Temperatures fall into the 30s. Here's a look at your drive to and from work tomorrow. I would say definitely the drive home from work will be a little rougher than the drive to work, especially depending on what time you leave. Temperatures won't be much different. They'll just be tumbling throughout the day. The other issue with this is that I do expect it to be kind of windy tomorrow evening, not so much in the morning, but definitely evening. Reduced visibility. It means that road crews are likely going to be out there working, but with winds blowing the snow back onto the roads, it could make it tough for them to keep things clean. So just keep that in mind. Give yourself some extra time. Don't rush it, and be safe. The good news is travel for Christmas weekend, or Christmas Sunday into Monday, looks great. We have those 2 mild days, Wednesday, Thursday. There is that isolated chance for a rain shower Friday night into Saturday. I showed you on Futurecast there, but chances are kind of slim. Even those might stay to the south of us. Sunday, it's actually warm. We're going to be pushing 50 degrees for Christmas Eve. Monday, Christmas Day, we're then watching for some more rain showers to roll in, but all of it will be rain. So tomorrow's the worst of it. And as I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. If not, tune in tonight at 10. We'll be on air on time. Take care, guys.